his brother-in-law Bo Young, a 2 times world longboard champion himself. Kai Sallas, a number of times has finished second on the World Longboard Tour, but finally got that maiden win last year, and to go back-to-back would be special for Kai in that 8 to 10 category. And looking to back things up at a priority, Taylor Jensen, high line, 2 steps straight to a lock of the 5, walks out of that opening 5 with 4 cross steps and widens out his stance into a big figure of 8 roundhouse cutback, now onto the drop knee cutback, and then just quickly whips it round for a readjust, runs back up to the tip, holds that 5. Great clean footwork out of all of these nose rides. One of the hallmarks of Taylor's longboarding is always being critical tight footwork. He's a tall guy, but he has that light-footedness of a basketball player.
Yeah, just because you're tall and you're in a bigger stature doesn't mean you can't be light on your feet. Look at Muhammad Ali, you know, right? Light as a feather, what is it? Sting like a bee. So he definitely has that attack and that approach, but with finesse and grace.
He's feeling that. Taylor Jensen getting hoots from the fans down here.
Second ride that he decides to take under priority, which I actually think was a smart maneuver. Kai was really holding on to the priority, and Taylor assumes, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get another ride in there, back up that 8, kind of make that spread more difficult for Kai. And he does all the work. He does the footwork. He gets the clean footwork at the 10s. We got the 5s. We get the cut back into the whitewater. So checking all the boxes off here. Beautiful style, plenty of flow.
Yep, definitely that Rosé brand called Flow in capital letters all the way through. Nice locked of the 5 through the inside into that steeper section. I love the way he walks into his turns there, really demonstrating the use of footwork, and then just coming through that Papusa section. In front of the right-hand point break of El Sunzal with Kai Sallas on a high line, straight to the 5, holds the 10, locked, lifting 10. Very critical nose ride into a big sweeping down carve, setting himself up high, 4 steps back up for another 5, gets another 10. Really good start with 2 critical nose rides already, Carla, and some dynamic rail work.
Yeah, definitely. And he is following kind of what he said in that post interview, knowing that he needs to put it all out there. You know, everything needs to happen now. This is his moment, and he needs to take it.
Smooth through to the inside. Kai Sallas attacking this section, but with style. Up to the nose, finds the 5. That wave just curtaining across him. He just keeps control and comes off the bottom into the Papusa section. He attacks that Papusa section, but he delivered the damage. This wave to Taylor's opening 8.
Well, at the beginning, right off the section, he kind of goes right into it to the 5 to the 10, and he's been really taking those moments from just behind to set up his nose rides. And so he sets up this another 5 to 10 here, rebounding it into the whitewater. Almost a little hiccup there, but he really holds on to the control. Waves are starting to clean up as the sun's starting to set a little bit more here at El Sunzal. Beautiful surfing, great opening ride. This is the kind of wave he wants to open up for it, since he's been waiting all this time for it.
Yeah, I think this is going to go really high. He was patient and he rode it really well on the takeoff there, and he really had to commit to something risky on those opening 10s, and he did. There's the Papusa section on the inside.
As we watch Kai run up to the nose.
Straight into the tip. Very impressive the way he was dropping down into the wave whilst doing that nose ride into a really nice wrapping roundhouse cutback, covering a lot of ground, coming off the bottom back to the top hook of the wave, and now into another nose ride wall, gets the 5, gets the 10, speeding through this section, and now accelerating onto the tail into another sweeping roundhouse cutback. But he got bouncy, and after what looked to be a really exciting score,
definitely going to be, you know, trying to work on that.
But wow, the way he was dropping down into that wave on the nose, that was impressive.
Yeah, and then into a really awesome roundhouse cut back there. Like, I really like his body English, how he uses his upper body, his hands follow suit. And then a really high line tip time that drops it down back into the face, sets it up for this other roundhouse here, and then that's where that he's going to want to reshift that thinking. He's going to want to make sure that he zeroes in on not or rather finishing those waves with a maneuver, with a controlled maneuver, and then just really wanting to put the pressure on Taylor.
And then Taylor, what's going to be his thoughts now going to that chance to seal it in the second title match?
I can hear it kind of right now, very cool and calm, and just, yeah, man, you know, I'm just going to go do what I do, and I'm just going to go serve.
Yeah, that'll be the last thing Kai Sallas wants to hear as well, isn't it? This is the 5th heat he's surfed, and you know, decent opening on this way, but that's all it was.
Better opening than Taylor's. But you see here, the wave kind of let him down, and the body language kind of indicated that he felt that. And if he'd have sticked with that, of the sport.
Salvador providing plenty of waves for us to crown world champs. It's providing an opportunity for a fight back wave from Kai Sallas, perched on the tip for a long old time right there. He would have had time to let his papusa cool down before taking a bite. He was up there that long, but then rolled in with what he had earlier, which is totally understandable because he must be knackered.
Yeah, he would be exhausted by now, but here goes Taylor on the outside section. And a nice fight to get things started, doing what Kai did, and this wave's going to cooperate.
Here he goes, jamming down, swooping. Those rail turns, they're so authoritative, aren't they? He's just got so much control and drive. Time on the tip, and it almost looks like he's commanding this wave, bending it to his will, back into the pocket. Super smooth again. He'll drop that knee and just jam it around. Really nice tempo and rhythm to this kind of surfing. Everything's in tune, and now he'll take a little excursion up towards the nose. Doesn't get there, but an extended wraparound from him. He's enjoying himself here. TJ, here he goes, up for a 5 on a steep inside. Some nimble work, deals with a chop, and then a little roller coaster to finish as well. He is absolutely on fire.
Absolutely, you're right. We should call it flow, and I believe he really is worthy of that, because look at this, 5, holding on the outside, low body language, super relaxed, committed rail carve, and walking straight into the next section. That is one of the most difficult things to do on a longboard. They can all nose ride, they can all carve, but to link it together with smooth style, that's the difficult part. And Taylor's worked on that and putting it all together, a variety of drop knee turns, rail carves, using the whole length of the wave. This is classic point break surfing from Taylor, and he's just tempo and timing on this wave is unbelievable. Relaxed body language, and he's just surfing this wave through like a free surf, and just on the inside section, just so content, so relaxed. And when you're surfing like that, the sections just appear.
To perform, maybe the fun goes out of it a little bit, maybe you just get a little bit repetitive and able to kind of move away out of the spotlight, find something new, and come back and absolutely shine. Doing that though with a comeback wave. Here goes Kai Sallas, good looking wave for him. A nice flow through this as we'll go into a high line section, perched with an extended 5 and pretty nimble just to scoot back and recover that. And again, there's that jam down with the carve back into the pocket. Another one to set up. They'll just wipe the eyes and clear things. He needs to go excellent really here to stay alive, have any shot at defending his world title. He's found himself a really good wave though. He waited for a while with priority. Through to an inside now from that mid position on the board. Just a quick touch of the 5. Would have loved to hang there a little longer, and he'll readjust. This will get steep and sucky here. What can he do with it? It'll just be the kick out.
Answers back with this beautiful set wave. He'd been waiting for this wave. He'd been surfing them in the free surfs, but it's eluded him so far up until this point. Multiple nose rides. Some
surfer on the regular season, and he's been brilliant from what we've seen this afternoon. Here goes Kai, and he's up here. And he'll look to try and just hang there as long as possible. An extended 5, a steep section here. Will he take it on? He'll go mid-face, just take a nice line through this. There's good flow to it. And then he just kind of loses it on the bottom turn. So Kai Sallas, he surfed brilliantly today. Brilliant moments for TJ as he becomes a 4-time world champ in El Salvador, and he'll be absolutely savouring these moments, because this is what all the hard work, all the training that goes in, those sacrifices, all of that stuff, maybe getting knocked off your perch a little bit as well, and maybe, you know, seeing some of that spotlight going towards other people to get it back. This is going to feel amazing.
Absolutely. And I mean, the question will be, there we have Oceanside Pride there right now with Rachel Tilley and Taylor. They got the big boys cheering him up the beach. There's Ben Skinner holding him up, and takes someone pretty solid to lift someone like Taylor up, and that one's got to feel good. He's been waiting a long time to hold up those 4 fingers.
Taylor Jensen is a 4-time world longboard champion. It's sinking in right now. Look at the emotion on his face. You can see how much it means to him.